mess around. All right, let's jump into everybody's favorite topic. Shout out to everybody that's been checking us out with it. Y'all know what time it is. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna ask. I need to change it up a little bit since he's already in jail. I gotta have him like maybe some jail pose or something.
You want to know what's fun? I don't think I ever paid attention to how low key big that Diddy head is.
It's big.
I was like,
It's very big.
it's kind of giving Mars attacks.
It's very big. So lots going on in the world of surviving Diddy. He has been denied twice of bail. Last time we were here, he was only denied once. He's been denied twice from bail. And these are Rico charges, y'all. Rico charges.
Explain to the people what that means there.
Rico charges, I'm just going to make it in layman terms. It's like Nino Brown and he running an organization. They're basically saying overall that he was using the record label as a front to front stuff to be able to do nefarious stuff, which kind of makes sense to a certain extent because Bad Boy ain't been viable in how long? But Bad Boy's a label, and you can funnel and do all kind of stuff through Bad Boy, and that's what they saying he was doing. Inter trafficking of women, abuse, And look here, man. I need y'all people that are sitting there talking about what about isms? What about Hugh Hefner? What about this person? What about that person? Yo, you saw him on tape drag that woman Cassie through the hallway and do stuff like that, and you want to find a way to get around the Hugh Hefner? Like, if Hugh Hefner did it, wasn't on camera. You saw this. This ain't no innuendo.
I think people
and the feds got the feds got stuff on tape. Like
I think the alarming part is that
it's real suckerish and it's particularly
it's real suckerish, but I think that also it goes back to how we always throw the race card into things sometimes. Like, I mean, sometimes it is true, sometimes it's not. You know what I mean?
Just like when we talked about just now with the
situation versus okay, these people did this and okay, so what's that about? But also, I just realized maybe some of the states that these crimes happen in, they didn't have the death penalty.
Yeah, some states don't have it. So yeah.
So, but also, I think that people have to realize the severity of this, and people are, confused as to how you have victims. Even more people speaking out and saying things now, and I was like, y'all don't realize the layer of safety that now exists because he is simply behind bars. You don't realize the layer of safety that was put into place simply because Cassie filed suit. And like you said, all of this goes back to they when they got served that suit, his lawyers told him to pay the girl off, pay her off, just get it done.
Yep.
And he thought, and people are trying to say, oh, it's because he sued Diageo.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
It's not that. That is not.
Breaks it down.
Yeah, I was like, it's not that. As I said here before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it to the day I die. Sometimes people are just shitty human beings.
100%.
This is literally the case of somebody abusing power to gain control. We see this happen all the time. Think about fucking Hitler. Think about all the notorious, rulers. That's what they did. They abused their powers. They did all the things similar to what he did. Yeah. That does not make it okay. Just because somebody might be a great conqueror. It's like we were talking about Hannibal. Like Johnny was like, oh, we gonna name our son Hannibal. I said, now when he was raping women and killing kids.
Yeah.
He went over the Swiss Alps with elephants. He still doesn't negate the fact that he did some shitty things. Not interested. And so I want people to also understand that you can't, people are like, I can't believe there's no crime against having 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant or whatever. No, that it's not. But y'all not alarmed by 1,000 bottles of baby oil? That's not weird to y'all. And half of y'all that's in them comments talking, y'all not even using lubricant when you supposed to. And y'all be wearing, magnums, making the girl vagina, smell like a tire.
Ooh, whoa! It's like a tire. Damn. Like, how does that? What? I mean,
It's just the tire. It's the lace. It's how Trojans just are. It just smelled like you was burning rubber.
Oh, I see you saying. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody picks and chooses what they want to be, like upset about and go to war about. But it's just irritating.
Yeah, it's just weird money, just to, like, why are you defending Diddy? Like,
Of all people.
He ain't never did nobody right.
And here's the thing. I mean, this person crazy too, but Suge been told us about him.
Yeah, Suge Dez already said that, that he's already, yeah.
It just is what it is. And I think that like the fact that so many people, but it's been what's wrong with the world. So many people lack understanding and empathy and basic comprehension skills.
I mean, a lot of them look at it like, I think in the messed up ways, like, man, that stuff could have happened to me. What about all the chicks I be on? What if they say I did something? If you just don't do nothing and you can teach young boys to do better when it comes to women, then we can have some better conversations.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, it's not about them trying to come for Diddy to get us away from the election. And
it is not. This is not a distraction. This is not. The election is still going to elect, and it's still, when you are tuned into the right things, the right information, and the things will come across your algorithm. And if you feel like you're not seeing nothing, then go do a Google search.
Yeah,
that's what I want people to stop doing. And we love to victim, like blame. And it's utterly disgusting. Just because, again, we just broke it down in layman's terms. What happened and why you have people speaking out and saying stuff. And also, it's like, what was that? Not eyes wide shut. Like in plain sight. Literally, that is what has happened here. It's not like this is new information. It is just now somebody got tired of the abuse that I'm confident was still happening regarding Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
And the chips fell. And it is what it is.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weirdo stuff. Hold on, I want to play this for you. This lawyer, Mo Gigant, he actually breaks down, like, it may not be as nefarious as people have been thinking, like, oh, it's Diageo, it's all these different things. It could be just a comedy of errors of, like, this thing happened, and that basically, and he'll explain it in here, I hope this is the right one. But he explains it of, like, the lawyer, the actual district attorney started looking, so like, hold on, so that happened? And they looked at, because he said basically the lawyers did a thorough job with Cassie's lawsuit stuff, that the DA could piggyback off of, because it was thoroughly written so well that they could be like, oh, so all this happened and you didn't settle? Let us dig into this now even more. Hold on, I'm gonna play this. This is Mo again. I hope this is the right one, because I found this, but let's hope this is right.
Tell you the craziest thing about Diddy being locked up right now, facing mandatory minimums, the possibility of life in federal prison. Go read the transcript from the bond hearing and listen to what the defense says they believe is the start of the feds looking into P. Diddy. The defense says My read of it, many months ago, a woman approaches Diddy and says, hey, this is through lawyers. We're going to be releasing a tell-all book about this woman's experience with Diddy over all the years. And it's going to make you look like a monster. And if you don't want that book to get out there, you can buy the exclusive rights to it for $30 million. Catch and kill this book. Diddy's team says no. Woman comes back with a lawyer. We're going to file a civil lawsuit against you because it's not just stuff that makes for good print. These are civil claims that we can bring and we can win millions of dollars. Diddy's team says, okay, bring the lawsuit. They bring the lawsuit, and within like hours, it's settled for, surprise, surprise, $30 million. After those things happened, a line of people came with stories to get their check too. Hey, if she got 30 mil, what can I get off this guy? I was there, I saw this, I heard that. And that then led to a federal investigation. See, people think, oh, somebody's out to get him. He pissed off the wrong person. It's the alcohol company that, nah. You guys got to understand that there's prosecutors out there who want big, sexy cases. They don't fall out of the sky every day. The chance to go after somebody like P. Diddy and put him away for life is like the greatest case you could ever find if you're a prosecutor. And so when a public filing gets released and you read it and you go, wait a second, that law firm is mad thorough. Wait a second, he settled it for 30 million. Wait a second. If all of this is true, then I could probably get some subpoenas. I could probably collect some evidence. I could probably build a case. They start doing it. They raid. A couple months later, they indict. It is very possible that had P. Diddy immediately caught and killed the story by paying the $30 million that he paid eventually anyway, that story never gets public. Nobody ever comes forward, and nobody in the federal government ever bothers to look for the baby oil.
Hey, he was petty for that last part. He was petty for that last part.
Here's the interesting thing. We said that back in November when this all broke. I think he paid Cassie more than $30 million. Two, because an undisclosed amount, she might have got off a little more, where she could still, even if she wanted to, she could still publish that book. Like I think she got a little more. And if she, probably not significantly more, but I think she got more.
Because 30 mil was the first bid.
Yeah.
Like if I'm already got you over the barrel, then we need to up it a little bit. Right.
So, but ultimately, the weird thing about that is, and it could have happened exactly how he said it was about the case. The only thing that makes me feel like the feds was already kind of onto him was just how quick when the NYPD, when it was released, that they was like looking into him and investigating, they killed that story right away. That's the only reason why I was like, maybe I was like, I'm picking up that might have already been something there, because and it's nothing to go back to interviews, from Gene Deal, because it ain't like he ain't said nothing or reported nothing before. But now, and maybe it was versus, I don't know what that process looked like for him, versus you got this thorough document. Hey, sorry. She making a lot of noise over here, y'all.
Yeah, but
it's literally, y'all see how easy that was to follow that and understand that.
Mm-hmm. It's very logical sense of what he was doing.
He looked like Rob Kardashian.
The funny thing is, like, the first time I saw him, he had like a short haircut and he looked more like like a little bit like Cal Penn. A little bit, because he had the short hair when he had the short hair.
Okay.
He liked a lighter Cal Penn at first. But this last part, this is from Shyne, who is actually a congressman in Belize, and he's the head of the opposition party, which would be the same thing as like being the Speaker of the House of the United States. This is what he had to say about Diddy when they talked to him in his country.
When I was a 18-year-old kid, just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud and do what all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent and take over the world. I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave, I moved on, but let us not pretend as if I was in Miami for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Well, I saw
and
you
that
spent a birthday with him once.
I
saw a birthday cake.
went again to do a charity event for impoverished youth in London. So let us not lose sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life and who I forgave and who I moved on, and for the better interest of Belize, because he was in a position at that time to give scholarships and to maybe invest. I would not deny attempting to bring the investment to Belize and to bring the contributions to education to Belize, but don't distort it as if, you know, he and I were bombale. This is someone that destroyed my life, but do I take any joy or any satisfaction with what he is going through? Absolutely not. I am different than maybe other people. No one needs to fail for me to succeed. No one needs to suffer for me.
In your at the height of your professional relationship, or thereafter through the reconciliation, when he was an instrumental part of promoting you through Revolt Media, were you aware of these freak off events, and were you aware of them? Did you have any participation in them?
Hold on, I'm gonna let it finish off, y'all, because it's almost done. But the fact that at the press conference,
With the freak offs.
the freak offs,
Oh my goodness, Jules Vasquez.
hey, he called him by his full government name, Jules. Oh my goodness, Jules Vasquez. He wanted everybody to know who he was.
Jules Vasquez.
Were you aware of that?
Jules Vasquez.
Were you aware of the freak offs?
Sir, I
You were
had
the freak
nothing to do with
He was
Sean
at the freak
Combs' personal life, no interaction. That level, everything was strictly on a professional level.
All right, Dom, what you?
Because how long was Shyne really around Puffy before this
Not that
happened?
long. Not that long.
And that's what we have to remember. Like you said, like the facts are the facts. And the crazy part is
You know, in that situation, the girl that was,
yeah, she said it wasn't
he
him.
says it was Diddy.
She said it.
Yeah.
So which is so crazy. And it's like, how do you think that I saw who shot me in my face and you're gonna tell me he did it? Okay.
Yep.
And then continue to harass that young lady after that.
As Grace Nas said on the song Black Zombies, I don't like the way Diddy did Shyne with different lawyers.
But didn't Nas go shopping with Diddy?
Man,
Was
back
it?
in like 96.
Still don't matter.
Man, no. Nas get in and get out with you. After he figured out that you don't never see him hanging around Diddy like that.
You know, it's funny because like they talking to, you know, different people and different experience, you know, people that was around, you know, during that time. And there's a clip where they somebody interviewed, I guess, Freddie from the band.
Yeah. I saw some of them clips.
Yeah, and he said that the whole thing with them going to juniors, him making them go to juniors, he talks about that moment and
Which
how
was demoralizing. Jesus Christ.
you say what?
I said that was demoralizing. Just
He said that actually the cheesecake wasn't for Diddy, it was actually for Beyonce, but they just didn't say her name because I guess that at the studio, she was probably there, she was there recording. And he said ultimately it wasn't for Diddy, it was for her. But the whole thing it's like
she probably didn't know how it was coming. She was like, "Can I get?"
Yeah, but then you know, likely not. I'm pretty sure about that. But they were saying that, you know, like how it was like a couple of them took a cab or something to go back. And he said to walk there. He didn't say how we had to get back. And so, like, he talked about that, and then it was like he did say, hey, I didn't say y'all had to walk back. But, ultimately, I think it's just, hey, karma caught up with him.
Yeah.
He thought he was going to make it out and it not be a problem. But like I said, the interesting case will be, again, goes back to what I said last week regarding the sex workers in this, where it was like, oh, you took people across the state lines to do XYZ. People get flued out all the time.
But nobody gets locked up and put on IVs, but they could keep
on.
Oh
no, not to that capacity.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what was in that, if they signed the NDA and what was in the NDA and what did they consent to. I think it would be a case of people really being able to speak to it but at this point.
But it's criminal now. The NDAs don't mean anything because it's criminal now.
It doesn't. But I wonder if there's a layer of that where they could find. Hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends because we got all the tea. And, if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side so you can see other stuff and, again, share it with everybody.